Welcome to another video episode. We've been talking about your application, what your application should look like, the documents you have to submit, to be the best candidate out there. But let's talk about the people who are going to review this application that you're actually submitting. What do they have in mind? What are they looking out for? This group of people, they are called the Graduate School Selection Committee. Now, if you're going for masters, you're going for PhD, it's important for you to know that your application does not go straight to the college that you're applying to. For example, engineering, your application does not go straight to the engineering college. Your application, first of all, goes to the Graduate School Selection Committee. Now, the graduate school are the ones who would review this first and say, okay, it meets the first step or the first criteria that they're looking out for, and then sends it to the college. And then the college does the final review and then sends it back to the graduate school to say, yeah, these are the people we picked. And usually you would get an official acceptance or rejection from the graduate school. So the very, very key group of people to note here is the Graduate School Selection Committee. And they are usually divided faculty by faculty. So engineering faculty, physical sciences, arts, and stuff like that. They're usually divided faculty by faculty, but they make up the general body of the Graduate School Selection Committee. Now, each faculty group would sit down with the group of applications that have been submitted and then review it before they send it out to the people or to the professors that are likely involved in the main college. One of the things that they are looking out for is that you are the best candidate. And I know that we've said this over and over again, you need to submit the best application and stuff like that. But people still do not understand that they're actually looking out for the best. And what do they mean by the best? By best, they mean alignment. Alignment with the university's purpose, alignment with the university's vision and mission, right? Remember that we said before you start searching for school, you need to check out the university website. You need to read the university website to be sure that what they stand for is what you want. And that was why the ever first thing we talked about is don't be in that state of I just want to leave, so that it helps you make good choices and good decisions on universities to apply to. Sometimes your application is very good, but it does not conform to or is not in alignment to what the university wants. So usually you will get a rejection, right? So you need to be sure that your application or what you want to pursue, if it's a research that you want to pursue, is in alignment. And usually if you're going for scholarship, it's likely tied to a research. And so you need to be sure that that research is something that the school can pursue or can fund. So you don't just go and apply to any school. Another thing is that your application tells them who you are. So there is the CV, which is a document you submit. There is your personal statement, and there are all of those other things. These things tell them who you are. And that is why you cannot lie to them. You cannot say something different in your personal statement about yourself, and then you say something different, or they see something different in your CV about you. There is usually going to be confusion as to who is this person. And once they see that you are not truthful, that is an out. So you need to be truthful. You need to have consistency in what you're telling them, who you are, your story. And your story starts from the first time you impute your name, my country, my this, my that. These are the things that tell them who you are. Another thing is they want to know if you have in mind to do a professional course, like MBA is a professional master's, or to do a research master's, or to do a PhD. If they are going to consider you for funding, unless you are funding yourself, then maybe they can pass you, right? But if you want to be considered for funding, you need to ensure that you are going for something that is an interest to the university, enough for them to part with their money to fund you to come over to study that thing. And usually it's a research program. It has to be a research master's or a PhD. And the good thing about it is in the United States, once your PhD admission is coming, usually it comes with some level of funding, because they believe that you are actually coming in with the mindset to carry out a research. Another thing they want to check out is if your application is in alignment, like I already said, but this time in alignment with a professor or a researcher in the institution. Because you're applying to College of Engineering doesn't mean they'll just give you the admission. You need to be very specific as to the thing you want to submit, the area of interest that you have and that you want to study, right? And you have to also mention to them a professor that you want to work with and the reason why you want to work with that professor. That is where you talk about that alignment again. So alignment with the university, alignment with the college, and alignment with a professor or a potential faculty advisor's research area. These are the 3 stages of alignment that you have to check. Consistency with every document that you have. In America, if your name is Ebube and in another document your name is Ebube Chukwu, to them it is not the same person. So you need to ensure that everything that you have in your documents, in the things that you are saying, stories about yourself, they are in alignment. And finally, in your application, you have to let them know that you are out to study, especially if you're going for a research-based course or a research master's or a PhD. PhDs are usually research-based, really. So if you're going for any of these things, you need to tell them, even without necessarily telling them that, look, I am out to do this study. These are the ways that have prepared me for this kind of rigorous study, and that is based on your skills. Remember, we talked about CV, your skills, your experiences, all these things. They don't even need to ask you to do a different application to tell them your skills and your experiences, because your CV already tells them this is who you are. These are your skills. These are your experiences. This is your educational background. These are the things you know how to do and all of those things. So you need to present yourself in such a way that when they perceive you as a potential strong and serious candidate that is coming to their school to study. All right, so I hope this has been helpful to you. While putting in your application, you need to also think about the person who is reviewing, or the people who are reviewing your application, because sometimes it's good to you, but when someone else reads it, it's not good. And that will allow me to give you a bonus tip of always make sure that someone else who is not you proofreads your documents before you submit. All right, see you in another video. Have a good day. Bye.